back to Kickelodeon with Scott and Jack, the only father and son, Air Jordan 1 YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, and we should have called it Jack and his Fat Daddy.
Yeah, we should have.
That'd be better. Yeah, because this show does make me look fat. Can you tell? How about that Uzi, though? Is that dripping or what?
That was pretty dripping.
Yeah, so we're going to talk today about, these are kind of my favorite, I don't know, they're all kind of my favorite, but I kind of like these Union shoes, and I don't know that all these necessarily count as a Union shoe, but I know that's the name on the box of some of these things. They are mids. I know some of you guys hate on mids. Hey, mids are affordable, and they're the entryway. A lot of people are into our hobby because they saw a mid on the shelf and they remembered being in the 6th grade or the 5th grade back in the 80s, and that's real. This is what draws everybody in. To me, it's kind of like a Toyota. You know, you need to sell the Toyota to get people finally into a Lexus. Does that make sense? You know, that's kind of the upscale.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You got your base stuff. Well, your mids are your Toyota and your highs are your Lexus. So that's how that works. So these shoes, oddly enough, they kind of all seem to be in the same family, but they're not all the same. And I believe, are we missing some?
We're missing the two highs.
Yeah, the two high Unions. Now, those are high. We'll throw a picture up. These suckers are expensive.
Very, very expensive. In the thousands of dollars range. Over $1,000 you're willing to pay for these, and I don't even know when they came out. I don't know much about them, but I know they're Unions, and these are based off of them, and they're great looking shoes, but a little out of my price range.
Yeah, these you can still find around for retail. They're out now, or very recently. I actually picked up the blue ones, and I just call them blue Unions. What's kind of cool, the front, the black toe, is kind of made of the material like the Olympics. The red ones and the black ones are both like that. Now, if you look at pictures of these things online, one thing that you're going to notice right off the bat is in photographs, at least especially the red ones, maybe not so much on this show, the ankles appear green. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The blue ones and your red ones kind of differ in this respect. The blue ones look more gray.
It is kind of gray, and really it's kind of a suede material around the ankles. But in a lot of your photographs, and maybe a lot of, I was honestly turned off about these shoes originally because I thought, that's a pretty good looking shoe, but why is the dadgum ankle green? Now, you're saying that these two aren't called a Union?
No, this is Mid SE Court Purple right here, and these are Mid SE Oaklands. But look, it may be a little controversial to call these Unions, but look at our trim, look at our stitching right here on the tongue. Very, very similar to the reds and the blues over here.
Got the exposed stitch.
And of course, like he said, we have this nylon toe right here. And we have the same general look of the Unions. However, the same cannot be said for these Court Purples right here.
The Court Purples stand out, and they just really are, to me, they're not, honestly, when I pulled these out of the box, I thought they were fake or something. I had to start researching because the materials on the purple one just are not nearly as nice as the materials on the red, the blues, and the greens. So the nose of these things, the toe box, is like a weird felt.
Yeah.
You know?
They're fuzzy.
Yeah, they're fuzzy. The check mark, the Nike check is also, the swoosh is also made out of the felt. I don't know. The bottoms aren't felt.
I mean, the more you look at them, the more you think these are not Unions, but at first glance, you see them online. I mean, you have this gray collar up here. You got this is also gray. You have a black toe. I mean, at first glance, they don't look fuzzy, and they're still great looking shoes.
They came in and I thought, are these fake? Because they're not of the same quality as the others. And started researching them a little more. No, all the pairs are like this. So I love the purple color. I'm just not crazy about it, the way it looks like you need to take a lawnmower to the toe box or something. I mean, the thing is, it's like fuzzy dice. You could hang these off your rearview mirror or something.
They're crazy, for sure. And they're almost nothing like these when you really start to look at them. But
and they went with leather or some sort of a leather type material for the cushion around the ankle, where the other ones are more of a suede color. So real quick, are we supposed to talk about our current favorites?
Look, current favorites right now.
If you're a collector, you know how this works. These are all like your children, and just occasionally one of them just stands out for you.
Yeah, well, it's always me though.
It's always you. Okay.
Well, here's our, and I got these from you.
Bring this
as
up.
a graduation present here.
That's right.
These are Zoom CMFTs Comforts.
Yep.
And I believe they're called Gym Red, like all the other Jordans.
Yeah, they do. Like, he doesn't get too creative with a lot of their names. We've got so many shoes with if we had to put them back in the boxes, that'd be almost impossible, because half of them say Gym Red.
Yeah, Gym Red.
How creative is that?
And not very creative at all. And of course, you can tell the difference with these. You know, you have the cool cardboard Zoom box, but regarding color or name, there's nothing crazy going on here. But I'll tell you, when it comes to comfort, there is something crazy going on here. We walked around SneakerCon in these, and I gotta say, unmatched when you get to talking about any other Jordan.
There's no comparison. They are extremely lightweight, made for comfort. Yeah, they look like the rest of the Air Jordans. It's kind of cool that the tabs are. It's almost kind of like deconstructed in a way, where it's just, this is separate. All this is not sewn together. It just kind of makes it unique. But man, they made them some really lightweight materials. I know on another show that we did, we talked about ZOOMS, and I've got a pair of the Ronald McDonald's. It's the crazy color ones that truly look like if Ronald McDonald, if the Hamburglar had him a pair of Jordans, it'd look like that. But this is the ones that have the swoosh inset, where it's almost like the red leather material has a swoosh cut in it, and it kind of gives a 3D effect. This is it's almost kind of a feeling like the toe box on the Unions. It's really pretty cool. Now, I gave these to Jack for graduation. He loves them. I like the shoes. I wore them a little bit. They're super comfortable. But I'm almost of the feeling now that if you're going to wear Air Jordans, they need to have some wild color or flair. Otherwise, these kind of blended into the crowd as being, I hate to say it, regular shoes.
Come on, these are Jordan 1s.
I know they're Jordan 1s, but I don't know. They're just, it's really hard when you've got all these pairs that are hot, bright, stand-out colors, and you put these on and they're just, and I know they're not made to be that way, but they just don't jump off the page like, those Hornets over there. I mean, seriously.
Look,
they're cool. I like them. They're very cool. Yeah, the soles are really cool.
These are recycled materials, by the way.
They are.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's your favorite right now?
I would say so, yeah, especially for walking around.
I'm going to go right now, and I love these shoes. I paid a lot of money for these shoes. These are called, you're not going to see these every day. They are mid. I know some of you mid haters out there, you can just leave in the comments below how much they suck. But I kind of like these. They're called RUFF N TUFFs. I love things where attention to detail is everything. And I think that's why I've always loved these RUFF N TUFF shoes. I got these, they were an eBay purchase. I never liked the Jumpmans on the back of the shoes, but around 14, 15, 13, they were doing all that kind of stuff. Based on a basketball tournament held in France, I believe. So the RUFF N TUFF is some kind of reference to that tournament. But they have a really cool design inside of the shoes on the inner padding, like the sock area. They have the attention to detail. They've got kind of basically the inset laminated Air Jordan swoosh. The logo, the wings, is kind of like you would see on a Fearless, something like that. The leather is great. It's almost got, if you can see it, kind of a crackly finish to it. Kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's just really like a high-end jacket or something. But the detail, the threading on this thing is white. So really from a distance, it almost looks like an Air Jordan made of blue jeans or denim or something. I haven't worn them very much. I think I wore them one time. The design inside the sock area is carried over underneath the translucent. You see they've been worn some, but that's kind of a translucent bottom, and that really cool design is underneath there. These are really cool shoes. For me, it's the white stitching. Probably for Jack, if you like these, you're a big fan of Cements.
Yeah.
And Cement has the sole with a little splatter in them. So that style is kind of taken from another shoe that they've done. Even inside the shoes, you see that there? It actually says Rough and Tough inside the tongue. Somewhere right around 300, 325 maybe for a pair of these. I mean, if they were dead stock, I bet you these would go for quite a bit of money. These have been worn, but they're not abused in any way. And they are my size. I think they are 9.5. And they're a current favorite. I just love the Rough and Tough. And look how that stands out compared to that red Zoom that Jack picked.
And they, whoa! Hey, I mean, these do look very turquoise, almost like the material, you know, the stone turquoise in a way.
If you and I go to our favorite breakfast place and I'm wearing these and you're in the Zooms, I'm sorry, your daddy is out dripping you.
Who's going to be more comfortable?
You know, in my old age, I probably should be wearing the more comfortable. But yeah. These shoes, when I wear these, I literally drip all over the place. Mm-hmm. I mean, you'd think it's Ric Flair in Air Jordans. I'm dripping so hard.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah. So, Kickelodeon, like and subscribe. This is the only father and son Air Jordan 1 show on YouTube. We'll see you guys next time.